I pressed the button.
What?
The
God. Okay, you did.
The button was pressed. We are live. It is Friday night. It is time. Your hair is out of control. All right.
Also, I just took a shower, so it's like wet, and it's like I have to.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. I think that was the quickest we've ever opened our beer into an episode.
Dude, I took a shower literally minutes ago to like run on here.
I had like a little bit of a breather. Not that much.
Oh.
Like I finished work at 6:30, but I actually, like, Amelia will be proud of me. I actually like sat down and I had a snack and I took a breath and here I am. What have you been up to all week?
Fantasia stuff. I had my mouth thing, so that was not fun pretty much.
Now I feel like it's a good sign that you're drinking.
It is. I'm gonna turn my fan off really quickly. I forgot to do that. I'm very behind on everything.
I also think that when Matt comes back, he'll need to explain the whole mouth situation to you guys. Billy, does this question even need to be asked? Oh, I missed it. Sorry, Mirror Domains. Who has the better bangs, Perri or Matt? I think someone's a little more even than someone else's.
What are you talking about? What do you mean? That they do this? This isn't good?
What do you do all day? Like, how do you even see your computer screen?
Okay, so like when I don't wash my hair in the morning and stuff like that, and like I take a shower later on because I work from home. I don't have to impress anybody. So it kind of goes to the sides, and I can like kind of just do like a middle part and keep it out of my eyes, which I'm fine with when no one is looking.
Okay. That is a look. What are you drinking now?
This is a Karl Strauss Boat Shoes Hazy IPA. I got one of the best texts you could ever receive last weekend when my friend said, "Hey, I'm in the neighborhood. Do you want free beer?" And I said, "Yes."
Who is this friend? Can I be that person's friend?
Yeah, totally. He works for Karl Strauss, which is a brewing company out here. Yeah. And he just kind of comes by and brings me samples every now and then, which is very nice.
That is cool. I like that.
Yeah. So also the mouth thing, it's getting better. So apparently salt water's working. I don't know.
I feel like that's always what the doctors prescribe for shit in the mouth. It's just like just rinse with salt water.
And
right?
It looked like I was in pain. I was in legit, like, I don't get like bad dental kind of operations and stuff like that. I've had a few cavities. I keep my teeth very clean. It's what I do. But I don't know what I did this weekend. They said it was trauma. I went in with like a throbbing pain and like
where was
it was like this tooth right here, like front left, I guess, for me. And right under it, like the gum was all like swollen and it was like bruised. It was like a bruise basically, but it was so bad.
I wonder if it was like something you ate and then something that touched it after, like made it inflamed.
They said, like, they looked at it and they're like, it just looks like a burn. They're like, you're fine. We took x-rays. My tooth was like perfect and it didn't show up on the x-rays. So it's nothing bad. It's just, they just said that.
Discuss this, by the way, because it's not a tooth issue. It was
I'm totally fine. It's like, it is. Once they said that and they're like, listen, it's fine. You just have to suffer through it. I was like, all right, cool, I guess. So I like all soft right at the end of the tunnel. Like I said, it was all soft meals all week. It was all, just playing it very safe.
You remember what happened to me at, what was it, South by Southwest last year? When I had that mouth thing? So like, you know how everybody all the time bites their cheek? Like by accident.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. When it happened too, specifically, I was out to dinner with Christy and I bit my cheek and I knew I bit it pretty bad, but like that shit goes away. This didn't go away to the point that like I couldn't move one side of my face for a couple of weeks. And I finally went into urgent care and they gave me like a steroid topical that I had to put on to force it to heal. But like for a real long time, I couldn't like touch or move one side of my face.
Today's the first day, like I actually just bit into a sandwich versus like not cutting it up like with a knife and fork. So like today, it's been a good week of me just being like cutting everying. Like it's just
a good thing you can eat all that free pizza you got.
Yeah, I know. Like seriously, it's just like sitting there.
That would have been a real bummer. So I feel like I should let everyone know that I just posted like one of the most glorious videos I've ever created in my life on my Instagram page. The Patreon folks and Matt got a sneak preview of it, but The newest episode of The Witching Hour just went up, and what we did was we had some folks from the Austin Film School come on the show that run their Play at Home program, and what that is they teach you about different elements of filmmaking, and the way they do it is they send you a box in the mail, like a kit, and then you take the class with the stuff in the kit, and our kit was all about special effects makeup, and I put a fake wound on my face, and then I showed my mom, and she got real mad at me.
It's fantastic. It is the exact thing you want. But yeah. I felt really bad after I did it because she got really mad and upset. But I also really didn't think she was going to think it was real. Matt, I did a shit job. So I swear step one of this was, I'm probably going to say the wrong terms too. I think it was latex. Like, you're supposed to take latex and like roll it into little worms and then like create the top and the bottom of the wounds. I think it took me like 20 extra minutes compared to Haley to get the goddamn wax or latex, whatever it is, to stick on my face. Like, it hit the point where, like, I don't think I spoke for 75% of the witching hour because I was afraid if I moved my face that the latex was going to fall off. I got that invite too, and I was like, I don't know if I myself am enough of a creative craftsman. I'm good with words. I was never good in art class. I was never good in any of that stuff. So I was like, I'm going to let other people worry about the actual special effects. I'll write about them. I'll write about how good they are.
I can show everyone kind of what it looks like. You're going to see some glare, but like that was, I mean, it's hard when you're holding it up. That was my end result.
Watching the video itself without the glare, it looked decent. I'm not there. You didn't do a bad job. That's for damn sure.
It definitely came out okay in the end. But if you go watch The Witching Hour, it is a legit disaster for the first half of the show for me, not for Haley. Haley got it right off the bat, but I was having problems.
Of course. Well, that's fun. And then you got to get a good shriek out of your mom.
That's like a next level shriek. That wasn't like,
yeah, she thought you were like dead.
That wasn't a shriek. I love when she's like what is wrong with you? Like, feels like daggers.
And then your dad just walks in laughing. Just like
on brand for him. My dad did a little art project with me today too. I posted this on Instagram. I don't know why I'm showing you guys on my phone also. But for the boys, they sent us, hey, Dewey. Did you hear Dewey say hello?
Yep.
He's here. He's in my lap. For the boys, they sent a package today, and it has a collared shirt that Butcher wears with like a crazy fabric, and they gave us a mask with that same kind of style fabric, and also a poster that was all like shredded up. And I sat there with my dad, and I put it back together, and we must have been doing this for like a half hour. It wasn't easy.
It looks decent.
But this was our art project for the day.
It's a lot. I mean, I just wrote and did work all day. That sounds way more fun. I don't get to do arts and crafts.
That was my break. To be fair, I time coded 3 interviews today.
There you go. I mean, I had this giant Get Duked bag like sitting over here looking at me. I don't know what's in it. It's a giant bag, and that's aside from the food they sent me.
Wait, what did they send you?
Just this giant, like the movie Get Duked, like Boys in the Woods.
Did they just call a local pizza place and just get you a big order? Or they're like Get Duked stuff in it too? There's
a whole separate bag. So one entire bag was all. Did you ever hear John and Vinny's in LA?
Yeah. That thing that I did for Love Life with HBO Max was sent from John and Vinny's.
Yeah. So that all that food I have is from John and Vinny's. That's like, they just delivered that to me. And then I got a separate Amazon Get Duked. I can open it. I can see what's in it right now.
Yeah, open it.
Right, hold on. We're going to find out what's in
this. While Matt gets his box, do you guys want to see Dewey? Hello, Bubba. I'm trying to turn the computer without knocking my beer off the table.
Like, you know how big I am, and like this box or like this bag takes up I can't even look around it. It's gigantic.
Oh, fun.
All right, I'm gonna see what's in here.
You should tell everybody what Get Duked is also.
I mean, I'll get there. I'm just trying to figure out.
It's called Boys in the Wood, if anyone's familiar with that title.
Yeah, so let's see here. Just some random John and Vinny's, Get Duked, watch it, blah, blah. Admit one. Oh, at your home. So, okay, this could actually start our conversation about one of the topics we will get into.
Okay.
I'm sure, because the entire idea of this package that I've been sent by Amazon, which let me start by I can tilt my camera very quickly. For the people at home, I was sent basically a dinner and a movie, but since Get Duked is on Amazon Prime, they want everyone to stay home and watch a movie. So in my kitchen right now that's my entire stove full of just all delivery food. Like, I live alone. I do not live with anyone, so it is just me, 2 pizzas, an entire dish of pasta, an entire antipasto, an entire charcuterie board. So that was the first part of it.
You could spread out the love over a couple of days.
Oh yeah, I'm not buying food this weekend. It's great. Like I'm going to save so much money. But like, okay. But the idea though is, and that's what this little thing says here. It says Get Duked. It says where pre-reception dinner at your home, screening immediately following at your home, whenever you want.
Premiere screening tonight?
No, the whole it's on Amazon Prime already. No, it's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, it's already available. Because like for Love Life, we got one of those too.
Oh, no.
They had like a virtual premiere where everyone watched it together.
No. This is straight up like, this is to promote the fact that don't go anywhere. Stay home. This movie's like literally you want to do it.
Went up our big story tonight.
But all right, so it looks like I have some incense here. Yep, just incense of the West, wood compound incense. All right.
Sets the mood.
I guess. Look at this giant ass fucking guy.
Are you outside?
No, what?
I don't know. You look like you got a little bit of a tan.
Oh yeah, I go running every day, so I do that outside. Some tie-dye socks.
Very, very nice.
Of course. So there's a huge box in here, which 6-pack of pale ales. I'll take that.
What?
Fort Point Beer Company, Animal Pale Ale.
That is a really fine gift bag. It's Fonz, isn't it?
This is Fonz. It looks
Fonz
like
always puts together the best stuff.
Hand sanitizer. Okay, I'll take that. Obviously.
Sorry, Matt. I'm calling
in
you out.
a little survival bag.
You going running every day with that sunscreen?
Yeah. Why?
So good.
What else? I'm just pulling all this crap out of here. Oh, it comes with the mask too. Nice. All right, so I have a mask.
I'm really gonna get into because like I get t-shirts and like shit that you don't wear all the time. If they start sending masks, I will legitimately wear those masks now.
A safe touch to open doors, push buttons, and touch screens.
Holy shit!
So this little survival bag is literally for like pandemic. I mean, that's actually really awesome.
I need to give Fonz a big round of applause. I like this.
Giant water bottle with my boys from Boys in the Wood.
Handy.
Nalgene, which I don't have. Yeah, I'm good with that. Hell yeah. So that was a very nice surprise today from Fonz PR and Amazon for Boys in the Wood. And the reason I'm talking about it so much again is number one, every other movie that's coming out is trying to push you into a theater without knowing if it's safe or not, which is tremendously stupid. And you shouldn't listen to them because they don't know. A business decision doesn't mean it's the best decision. It just means that, well, theaters have to, otherwise they're going to close anyway. So might as well. It's not on the people to actually save these corporations. So the fact that Amazon was going this out to like make a point to keep people at home, I'm really into it. And also Boys in the Wood is one of my favorite movies of the year. I also say for that reason, go watch this movie. It's on Amazon Prime for free.
Yeah. I know a lot of people who went out and saw, I know a bunch of people who saw Tenet. I know a bunch of people who are going to see New Mutants. And, it's your life, it's your health, it's your decision. And if you feel comfortable and you do it the right way, where you're taking care of yourself and the people around you, okay, like go for it. I have definitely figured out that I am not quite ready. Like we texted a little bit about this. I had the opportunity to go and see something this week, and I opted out of it. I'm someone who loses a lot of sleep over worrying in general, and I know for a fact if I had gone to that movie, I would come home and I'd be worrying, one, that I caught it, but two, and probably even weighing heavier on my mind that if I caught it, I would give it to someone in this house, and I would not be able to stand that.
It's the risk. The whole point is just because theaters are open does not mean the risk is gone. They're saying all these things like there's the Clean Cinema Clean Act, I think, which was put together by a bunch of studios and actual doctors that have regulations on how the theaters have to open, and they have to meet those regulations. But the regulations are still like your mask has to be on, except if you're eating or drinking. Okay, and then what about the person who says I spend the whole movie eating and drinking? Why am I going to put my mask on? And like all of these things, we don't know if it's safe yet. And I'm not saying it's not. I'm not trying to spread fear, but I am saying it's watch at your own risk. And also, we don't know if it is or isn't. The whole answer is there is no answer. Like I'm not going to the theater until it's 0% that I won't get sick. Not 1%, 2%.
Well,
not maybe. We'll see.
I think it might be a long, long ways to go until it's 0. And even when it is 0, it's like, I don't know. There's no way to prove that 100% for sure. But a big part of the reason why I considered going to this screening is because there was no food or drink allowed.
Okay.
So that had made me a little more confident. But in the end, I just opted out. And also, like, I'm in New York. No theaters are open here. So it's like not only would I be worried, but I would also have had to do the 2-hour drive to Philadelphia there and then also 2 hours back. And when it came down to it, I'm like, I just can't do it.
And also, too, like, you know, the things we should be supporting right now are the things like Boys in the Wood, where you can watch them safely. Or, you know what? The New Mutants, I was totally against it when it was just going to theaters, but it's opened in drive-ins now. It's doing the drive-in route. So go ahead. Go see New Mutants in a drive-in. It's in LA at the Rose Bowl parking lot. They're doing a drive-in pop-up there. And it's $30 per car. Sure, go with your family. The people you've been quarantining with and you know you're safe with, go with them. Pay $30 for a carload and watch it there. Great. Awesome. No reason to be going into a risk area as a theater that we don't know yet.
I really hope that they do more press events drive-in wise in New York. I've only gotten invited to one, but I know they're happening all the time in LA, and I'm so sad that I can't be part of that. But you know, who knows? Maybe there'll be an uptick in those here.
I mean, I'll be honest. If it's a movie I'm reviewing, I'd probably want to see it on a screener anyway, because again, like the reports out of Relic were like, Relic is a dark as hell movie, and a bunch of my friends saw it at a screening because they're like, "Oh yeah, let's do that in the drive-in," and you know, do that drive-in press screening.
Relic in particular, I don't know. I don't think that movie necessarily suits the drive-in vibe.
I agree with you, but that's what I'm saying. So like for a lot of movies, I think the drive-in's great for me. I want to go watch something that is light, vibrant, will work in an outdoor area. Like, yeah, I'll go watch the Jurassic Park Jaws double feature. Hell yeah. But I don't know if I want my first screening of something I'm really jazzed for to be at a drive-in.
I get it. 'Tis your decision, and I understand why you would feel that way.
'Tis my decision.
I guess the next thing to go to would probably be California's new guidelines. So
yeah, go for
it. Where to even start here? So they're going with this color-coded thing, and there are all these different tiers. So it seems like there's the yellow range where the threat of getting COVID is minimal, and then there's also the red tier where they have substantial COVID spread. So those are the different tiers. Movie theaters that are in the red tier, where it's still a substantial threat to spread, they're allowed to open theaters with capacity limited to 25% or 100 people, whichever number winds up being less. Oh, wait, I missed a tier. There's an orange tier, too.
I was going to say there were 3. Yeah, there's yellow, orange, red.
The orange tier can operate with 50% capacity or 200 people, whichever is less. And what other things do they have here? I think they just had the tiers, right? I think this announcement just came with the tiers, and I think a lot of other things are coming down to the chains and how they operate and everything. But you know, the idea of sitting in a movie in like a gigantic movie theater with, I don't know, what are some of the bigger houses, like 400 seats?
Probably about that, 400.
25 people? I'm inching towards being. I'm not going to go yet, but
yeah, no.
I understand.
And that's the thing.
Ability in like that kind of visual.
If you're fine with it, again, I'll say one more time: it's a watch at your own risk. If you are fine with it, if you are comfortable with it, by all means. But you have to know there's a risk, and you have to know that. I mean, I published a piece on Tuesday that was basically put together every reason why. Number one, why the Unhinged and New Mutants stuff that we talked about last week is absolute bullshit, and why basically they're trying to get people to sacrifice themselves just to get some profits. It's absolutely insane what they're doing. But I took all the information that's out there, all the doctors that said going to a concession stand still right now is like basically as dangerous as eating at a buffet. And the doctors are saying, yes, if everyone keeps their masks on, probably 90% safe. But also then the next day, something came out that said, we now know that COVID is 100% airborne. You can get it just from particles being in the air. And that brings the entire risk back to an enclosed area where the particles can just circulate that air conditioning. And I know they're supposed to have up-to-date HVAC filters, I guess they are, in the air conditioning. We're also putting like the lives of everyone in the hands of like minimum wage employees, which is bullshit because they don't get paid enough to protect people like that. And it's just a recipe for disaster across the board.
I think Haley sent me one of those articles you were referencing right after I'd made this decision not to go see that movie this week. So I was kind of, after I read that, I was even more like happy with my choice. But
absolutely not.
Man, it's a very interesting situation, but like, to be completely honest, getting an email blast about box office reports was probably one of my like favorite. Like, I couldn't help but to tap into that same excitement that I used to get when, like, the Thursday preview numbers come in, and when we're looking at the New Mutants numbers here, of course I've closed that window too soon. Let me pull up the article yet again. But I think the Thursday night preview numbers were something like $750,000, which was more than I expected, given how many theaters
is,
and the concern with going out. But it's also like, I'm finding that it's especially tough to talk about this because it's so easy for me to fall into typical box office assessment and excitement over certain numbers, but I'm also like, it scares me a little too. But the actual number for Thursday night previews for New Mutants was $750K, and that is substantially more than I might have predicted. It's nothing compared to what others have made, especially what other comic book adaptations or Marvel movies have made. It's nowhere near that. But let me get you guys some comps from. I'm pulling these from Deadline at least. So their closest comps for New Mutants is Stuber, which had the same Thursday night preview number and wound up with an $8.2 million opening. And $8.2 million is not what you would expect from a Marvel movie, but one, New Mutants is a very unusual case, period, but also this is basically the one testing the waters for returning after or in the midst of a pandemic.
I think it's we have to remember that I'm in California. My bubble is a lot more dangerous, I would say, and a lot more hypervigilant about COVID right now because California is a hot zone. Like I'm in LA especially. So
what's the status there? Are things still trending up? Have they leveled off? What's going on?
We haven't gone down. I think we've pretty much leveled off at the point. I don't know as of like this week. But yeah, we're not showing, again, significant enough updates to basically lift all the bans that are in place. But again, so like I'm surrounded by a certain kind of atmosphere. Wow, I don't know what that word is. Atmosphere. But you look at other areas and, like I talked to my parents back in Jersey and they're in a suburb. It's more under control. There's more area, space, all these things. So then you think about all the places where theaters are opening up, where I'm very averse to go into a theater, and I probably won't be in one for a long time because even if I want to go to an Alamo Draft House, you have to sign a waiver that says if you contract COVID and die, it's not their fault. I don't want to sign that waiver.
The price to rent out an entire auditorium.
I mean, that's different. If you're renting out an entire auditorium for yourself and people you trust, sure. But still, that goes back to it's airborne, and somebody could have rented it before you that was sick, and then a part of us could exist there. But in any case, though, my experience right now is a lot different than the person in another state where it's not a hot zone, another city where it's okay. And those people are going to go to the theater. And again, I'm not saying that's wrong. They feel comfortable with it, and great. So I think we have to, it's getting out of our comfort zone too.
So Brad here kind of brought this up, and it was on my mind too. So Brad's saying, I have to work in the general public every day. Some of us don't get to hide in our houses every day. I'm in central Illinois where it isn't really bad. I went to the premiere of New Mutants last night. So I was thinking about that today too, because I went back to the orthopedist for my knee and my ankle. But, while I was there and while I was checking in and filling out the paperwork, I'm looking at the person on the other side of the desks and thinking, like, I'm hiding in my house and only wearing my mask on the rare occasion that I go out. This person is going to the office every single day.
I mean, I went to the dentist. Same thing. I understand. Going to the dentist was my first public interaction. And like, to Brad's point, like, that's why I just said kind of, I can't fault people that are working every day, and they have to, because it's bullshit that they have to, because our government did nothing to help people that need to go back to work. There was no rent relief or anything like that. So that in its own right is absolutely ridiculous that people have to be forced back to work. But yeah, people like Brad have to go into the world anyway. They're there. They're already putting themselves out there because they're being forced to, and they have to, and pay bills. And you know what? Yeah. Going to see New Mutants is probably safer than whatever they have to work in public. Like, it's bullshit. It makes me furious, but it's valid.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I really want to see New Mutants.
You know what? I do too. I had a thought where I was like, well, what if I just ask a friend to take me to the drive-in? But then even at that, it's someone I haven't been quarantining with. I still don't know.
If I were in LA, I would take you to the drive-in. We would be driving.
I would trust. That I would 100% trust.
Also, who knows? Maybe I'll be back sooner rather than later too. So I have some super chats here. Caleb, I'm going to save yours for a minute because I think it'll lead us into our next topic pretty well. Andrew's here. Andrew, how are you doing?
Okay with that.
Friday. Howdy. Sorry to backtrack, derail this important chat, but what's your perfect, safe drive-in double feature plus snack? Any genre?
That's actually really interesting. If I could have any genre, I would love to watch like back-to-back. Okay. So I was going to say Predator and Alien, but honestly, like drive-in atmosphere, I'd want to see Predator and Aliens back to back. And if my favorite snack, I can never get away from Reese's Pieces, like movie candy, or okay, wait, I take it back. If they have Bunch of Crunch, because I can only find that shit in movie theater. If they got Bunch of Crunch, that's mine, but Reese's Pieces in my stack.
I quite like Bunch of Crunch. So I think for my double feature, I'm going to go with specifically Scream 2 for the opening scene, because I think the rowdiness of that might play well in a drive-in setting. And then I'm also going to go Twister, because they've got the drive-in movie scene in that movie, and I feel like that would be good and fun. As for snacks, if I am sticking to what's available in the movie theater, I'm probably getting Raisinets, but I did get in the habit of sneaking honey wheat pretzel twists in quite often for a little. Usually, to be completely honest, I don't eat anything in a movie theater. Like, because most of the time we're going for a press screening, and I'm focused, and I don't want a distraction. But I feel like if I was going to a drive-in and I'm sitting in the comfort of my own car, I'd probably bring my honey wheat pretzel twist.
I do like a good honey wheat. Don't get me wrong, but
so good.
If I have to,
I've told you my my lockdown obsession, though, right?
Which one? You've told me
absolutely sickened by the amount of Tostitos scoops I eat. I mean, I am just plowing through Costco-sized bags of those things.
Tapatio flavored Doritos are my new go-to. Like Tapatio hot sauce.
What's Tapatio?
Tapatio is a hot sauce that is delicious, and they've made that flavor into a Dorito, and it's amazing. So that's been my new go-to.
I can't handle the hot stuff.
Also, Andrew he has clarified it's a drive-in, so no sneaking necessary.
It's true. It's true. I appreciate you pointing that out. All right, let's go back to Caleb. Caleb's in the house today, and the first thing that always comes to mind when I see Caleb pop up is football.
All right.
So I'm going to brag about this one more time and hopefully intimidate you.
Yeah.
In the PNME Patreon Fantasy Football League, I got the A+ in the draft. Thank you, Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. Wait. Is anyone else in this chat right now? Okay. Whoever let you draft that team is absolutely ludicrous. That should never happen.
I'm already getting fucked over though because I have David Montgomery and I think he's hurt. But anyway,
I mean, with everyone else you have on your team, that's not fucking you over. I promise you that won't.
I'm gonna throw Caleb under the bus here. The reason I got McCaffrey is because Caleb got the first draft pick and he went with Zeke.
That's fine. Like, I totally understand taking Zeke first.
Then I got McCaffrey, and then I can't remember the exact order, but I might have picked Eckler next.
That's fair.
And
all I know is that you
did a snake draft, so I got Eckler, and immediately after I might have gotten Watson, or maybe even maybe I took Kittle before.
Well, I was gonna say you have Kittle, you have Watson, you have all these stud players that like. All I know is that in our league, you're not going to get that. I'm not going to let that happen. Number 2, do you know who my first draft pick is going to be in our league?
Watson. You're going to
no, absolutely not.
Winger. Okay.
Bud Light issued a challenge, and they said if anyone can draft Gardner Minshew as their first pick and still win their fantasy league, they will give them free Bud Light for an entire NFL season. In our league, I'm going to draft Gardner Minshew, and I'm going for the win with Garner.
I'm not going to say it can't be done because I came pretty close to the top of the league my first year playing with the Collider folks, and I was the first pick in our draft, and you know who I drafted? Le'Veon Bell, who didn't play the entire season, and I still was in the mix for the win. So it's possible.
Gardner Minshew is going to throw bombs to DJ Shark, or I think that's his name, DJ Shark. Don't you worry, I'm picking Minshew. I have 3 leagues, and I'm absolutely using our league as the one that I'm gonna pick Minshew in and go for it.
When I see it.
Listen, when I get free Bud Light for an entire NFL season, who's gonna be the real winner?
Things if it was not Bud Light and it was Blue Moon, I might go for it, but I can't. I've
got 3 leagues. I'm happy to put money on one with Garner.
I'm very I really want McCaffrey, but I know I need a top pick to get that, or I'm screwed. Yeah. I've been reading a lot about Eckler's potential this season, so he was definitely on my list. And I know like Kittle and Kelsey, even though they're tight ends, are good early picks.
Yeah, but they're solid. They're good tight ends, but they work as wide receivers too. I know you can't substitute them, but they play like wide receivers. I think I picked Kelsey in my number 2 spot last year for the Collider League, and it paid off big time. Paid off big time. So what happened to me last year in the Collider League is I think I might have even drafted Kelsey first, and then I took Watson, and I wound up with really shit running backs, but the rest of my team was great. So when I did it for the Patreon league, I went heavy on running backs, and my wide receivers are okay. Going heavy on the running back, it's always smart. They're just the biggest point getters if they can go off, so it's just the way they do it. But did you see Bill and Ted? Did I ask you that?
I never watched it. I didn't get a chance.
I didn't get to it. Me neither.
Going crazy with interviews for other things. Like now that certain things are in the can, I can at least tell you about some of them. What the heck happened this week? I did a lot of Antebellum coverage this week, and
I still watch that. Yeah,
I'm excited to share all of that with you guys. Oh, and like a lot of my week this week was swallowed up by Schmodown madness.
Oh right, yeah.
It was a lot. That game makes me so nervous, but I
know it does.
I kept it together, and I fucking won, and I
know.
Like I can't believe it. It feels like it was a dream.
You got the W though. That's all that matters.
I did.
You went in there, you made it your house, and you got the W.
So I really want another beer right now, but it's downstairs and Dewey's on my lap.
I mean, we still have a little time. And also, we do have 2 people, so you know.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you worry. So we will be moving. I told them 15 minutes.
Okay.
So we got like 15 minutes to kill.
All right, can we like tease what the deal is with these two people? Is it like us two versus them two, or how are we doing?
I told them we'd figure it out. It's the person that we knew was coming, and that person is also bringing somebody else.
I think what we should do is we should bring them into the window as they come in. I'll drop myself out to go down and reset up, and I think whoever is in line in the screen, like, you are forced to play with that person. So it could be me and you, it could be you and any of them. Who knows?
I'm okay with it.
All right, we got another.
You got it.
Congrats on your win a couple days ago. I don't think I've ever rooted for a competitor more than you. You definitely have what it takes to go far. I appreciate you saying that, D-Train. I'm trying not to get ahead of myself because, like, you know what happens when you win something. You get all hyped about it, and like, I'm not. I got some more confidence. I mean, and it's not even just that I want to match. Like, I beat Kalinowski. He's like really big in the league. I can't believe I beat him of all people, let alone just won a match. But, I'm trying not to get ahead of myself either. Like, I don't want to get like too big of a head and then
stay humble. Stay humble.
I'm definitely very humble because I still have very little faith in myself given who I could be playing next.
Yeah, wait, who might you have next if it?
Hold on. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I don't know if this match already went up, but I know it could be Riley, which is really fucking with my head because, like, I obviously know Riley really well and I know how good he is at the game, and I think he's playing Drew. Okay. Let me see. I've been getting a little better with this. I know I'm fumbling now and trying to look shit up, but like, I've been trying to keep up with the league and the chatter and just like have a better understanding of everything. Yeah, I think Riley and Drew play sometime soon. I don't know. But I all of a sudden love it again. Like, it's just fun. Like, I had fun.
I mean, especially now it's competition that you're lacking. I mean, we all need something to like get us going, whether that's skee ball or schmodown or whatever the hell it is. And like, I've been missing my the only competition I get is literally beer pong. Like, I get.
Well, but that's a big reason why I'm really looking forward to fantasy football, though, because I think it's another form of competition and it's another thing for me to focus on because, I haven't had all that much to look at, but ever since like I drafted in the other league and like we set up the app for ours, like I found myself like looking forward to like opening it up and checking the news feed, and it's it's another thing to take my mind off of everything.
It's a nice distraction, I know. And it's. What do I have coming up? I mean, once Fantasia ends for me next week, everything gets a little quieter. And
did you apply for TIFF?
No. I did, but I mean, I wasn't getting it ever. Like, it was just a no-go. So
I was like on the periphery because like I had my head buried in other things, but there was, like a lot of people upset on Twitter. Is that what happened?
Basically, the whole idea is that there's a lot less movies in TIFF this year, so it's also virtual. So I think some people online assumed, well, it's a virtual festival. That means anyone can cover it. So obviously, they'd let more people cover it. But what TIFF did is they said, it's a smaller festival. So this year, we're going to have it be more exclusive. So, I mean, listen, I think it goes both ways. I think there's a lot to talk about in both conversations, and is it valid that TIFF says we don't have as many movies, so we don't want to just let everyone cover them? I kind of think so. I mean, your festival, the whole thing of festivals is there has to be some kind of prestige. If everyone could go to them and everyone could watch the movies at them, those movies would never have to come out to the public. That would just be the release. But, there's also a bit of entitlement, maybe is the word, in critics and writers. And I think that, every critic thinks that they deserve to be everywhere. And I'm not saying they don't, but I am saying that there's a lot of critics out there, and it's just hard. It's hard to talk about that stuff because
I get it.
You take what you get, take what you can do, and be happy for what you can do. That's kind of the way I go about it.
I see both sides of it. on this matter. And, like, it feels even obnoxious for me to comment because I did get my TIFF badge. Yeah. I've covered it for quite a few years. I was looking forward to doing it again. Yeah. And, like, I got approved, and I still need to look at, the fine print and really understand what that means this time around, because I'm still a little confused about what TIFF actually gives you access to versus, I mean, you know how it is at festivals when the PR folks send you links and stuff, just the difference between the two and what I'm going to be able to do. But, if I was lucky enough to get that badge, I want to use that thing to the max, and I want to bring as much coverage to the world as humanly possible. So I'm going to put every extra hour I can into that festival.
And it's the thing that I'm doing too with Fantasia Festival. It's kind of like I was lucky to get accepted. I was lucky to get access to things that maybe some other people don't. So I'm doing everything I can with it. But it's just more of a drag when it's a virtual festival. Right. Like you're not around people, and it's like the energy isn't there.
What gave me a lot of hope though for the future of virtual things? DC Fandom. Anyone who tuned in for my live stream last Sunday knows this, but I think that was an exceptionally well orchestrated event. And I'm not even just talking about the production value of when the event was up and running. I think they did a real good job promoting that thing. And it truly felt, and again, I know this probably comes down to the fact that most people that I follow on Twitter are engaged in this sphere.
Yeah, that helped.
It really did feel like my entire zone was focused on this one event together, and we were all like watching it unfold together. And that is the closest thing that's come to recreating the in-person con atmosphere for me.
No, that's solid. I mean, I even got involved, and I actively talk about how I don't care about New York Comic Con and San Diego, and I don't care about going, and that's just my vibe. Like, I don't want to go there, cram a bunch of work in, and it's just not what I do. But I was still caring about fandom because I got really hyped watching like the Suicide Squad teaser or whatever you want to call it. And
so good. The behind the scenes, the behind the scenes is so good. Oh, I loved it. Hands down, one of my favorite things of the day.
It just gives you everything you wanted from a Suicide Squad movie, especially one from James Gunn. I mean, just the fact that like we know we're going to get Gunn's vision. We know we're going to get Gunn's. This is everything that DC wanted from him in the first place, and they couldn't get him. So it's like they wanted his movie the whole time, and now they're getting it. And he seems so excited to make it.
I said this on the stream, so apologies for anyone who's hearing this again. But the thing that took me, that like didn't surprise me, but I don't know, like I felt it the most is in that featurette. And I think multiple people say this in addition to Gunn, like things like there's nobody better to direct a Suicide Squad, like, because we know it exists, we know someone else directed it, but also when James Gunn, the man who directed my all-time favorite MCU movie, like says things like, this was one of the greatest experiences I've ever, like that statement from him carries so much weight for me.
And I actually don't want to take anything away from David Ayer because the movie exists as it is. We know the one we got didn't really give the Suicide Squad that we want, and we don't know whether that was behind the scenes tinkering or what it was. So like, I don't even want to use this as a thing where I'm saying Gunn is the right choice because he's better than Ayer. I think Gunn's the right choice just because Gunn is the right choice, and it has nothing to do with Ayer or who. Anyone could have directed the first Suicide Squad movie, and I still would have told you after watching Guardians and Guardians 2, James Gunn should be directing a Suicide Squad movie. No one does Outcast better. No one does this like mentality of like the loser better than James Gunn. So I even all that aside, because some people are trying to say like, oh yeah, like it was miserable on the set of Suicide Squad, and
who knows?
Did freaking Leto make it that way for a lot of people? Jared Leto did, or Leto, whatever his name. But a lot of people. Well, I was gonna say that a lot of actors were very vocal about like, I had a great time with David Ayer. Like it wasn't a bad shoot. Like the shoot itself was fine. Ayer controlled everything and did fine. So I don't want to make it about that. I just want to make it about the fact that James Gunn should always have directed a Suicide Squad.
I have a hard time judging things like that. I mean, I don't know the stories firsthand. I wasn't on set. It's so much he said, she said type stuff. And, until reports like that come from proven sources that I can't refute, it's just like, I don't know. I kind of ignore some of that stuff.
Exactly.
Or not necessarily ignore, but I don't put as much weight in it. I'm going to put this.
The Jared stuff was all true. The Jared stuff was all horrifying and terrible because people like Will Smith and Margot Robbie were like, yeah, he mailed really inappropriate shit to me.
Yeah.
So that one's okay. But no, all the behind the scenes with Ayer, like, again, did he get a bad rap? Possibly for stuff he didn't do. Did a trailer studio come in and like chop it up? Probably. We don't know though. We don't know.
We don't know. I'm sure the film would look. I feel fairly certain that the film would look drastically different if he had full creative control over every single element of it. But I don't know, a lot of movies are like that, and I always have to remind myself that I'm always rooting for the director to have as much control as possible. But a feature film is a group effort in a sense, and that is where producers and executives come in handy to make sure something doesn't get completely derailed. So even if you want someone to have full creative control, you don't necessarily know that the version you got at the end would be better or worse than had an executive not have had a say in something. You know what I mean?
And no, we don't know. And that's the thing. If it was just Ayers, that it might have been worse. We don't know. It's the thing about, as a writer, I'm only as good as my relationship with my editor, because I can write something that I think is perfect, and then an editor can come in and say, oh, hey, by the way, let's rearrange this. Let's make this better. Please expand upon this.
I've had that a lot.
It's like, it's not a thing of I did bad. It's more a thing of, this is my job to make it better, and I'm going to do that. And as long as the relationship is like that, that's the way it should be. That's fine. But then you get something like the Hellboy effect, which is not about a studio coming in and chopping something up. The Hellboy effect is two different people directed the same movie, and all they could do is cobble it together. So, like, when it's something like that, oh man, it's just, you hate to see it.
I think thinking about how we work with editors is the thing that definitely brings me closest to it. And I don't know, I can only speak for myself, but whenever I'm doing anything creative, and I think there's a good deal of creativity that even comes in, reviews and expressing yourself that way. I don't know. Sometimes like the first way you say something can block you into that, and getting a fresh set of eyes on something can open you up, or like a thought might make all the sense in the world to you, but somebody else who doesn't know what you're trying to say right off the bat can let you know that, hey, that sentence isn't really clearly making your point. And I 100% need that for my team a lot.
Well, and then also, it takes a certain level of, I will call it confidence. I think it's more hubris to be a writer. Like, the fact that I think my words are important enough to be read on the internet, it takes a little bit of egotism. And that's not a bad thing. Like, you just need that level to even be comfortable with what we do. But that also comes in turn with the fact that, like, oh yeah, what I do is, like, I'm good at what I do. Like, why should it need an editor? Why should it need this? Because everything needs an editor, and it doesn't matter how good you are. Because if you look at something 5 times over that you've written, like 2,000 words, if you read that 5 times over, you're still not going to catch typos and errors and things of that nature, because you know what you wanted to type and write, so your brain is going to see that. But that's going to be so glaring to a second set of eyes that it needs to be there. No matter what you do, no matter how good you think you are, you need that second person. But again, it can always go off the rails. It can always be a dictatorship producer who goes in and thinks he's like, the relationship is the key. That's why I said relationship. It's not about having both. It's about having both working together.
That's why one of my favorite questions to ask filmmakers in interviews is, like the lessons they've learned about taking notes from others, but also staying true to their own original vision. Because, you can make a case for both sides at various points of the production process. And sometimes it's not easy. I mean, I'll never forget when we first test screened Child Eater, because so like you hand out these papers and you get notes back from the people in attendance, and it's like, I'm just making this up, but let's say there was a character named Matt. Like, one paper will say, I loved Matt. The other paper will say, Matt sucked. And we're like, well, what do we do with that?
That's the other thing. There's always going to be a discourse. There's always going to be someone who doesn't like something, but there's always going to be someone who does. And that, again, is you can't please everyone. There has to be a balance between art and, what you're comfortable with and what you want to put out to the world, and also meeting what people want in a way. And that it's not nice to say that, because as an artist, no one wants to do anything besides what they want for themselves. But if you want to be mass marketable, if you want to be that person that is known to the people, you do have to concede just the tiniest bit. But that's not a bad thing. I don't think it's selling out. I think selling out's weird in a sense that like, oh, we don't like that person. They're a sellout. The person got fucking famous for doing what they wanted to do their entire life, and they made some concessions. But like, what do you want? You want them to struggle their entire life? I'm sorry.
Where are your beer pong partners? I'm having an allergy meltdown, and I need to step away to get it clear.
I told them 525.
Tell them.
I can say right now.
Yeah,
actually,
right now. I'm here.
Come in to StreamYard.
Something before I have like puffy eyes for the rest of the video.
I get it. That's totally fine. But yeah, it's just staying with that. Like, as Matt said, how much the Snyder Cut trailer knocked us. No, Travis, I haven't.
Someone in this video just totally saw me do it. Like, I must have just, like, Dewey has been sitting in my lap, and I must have.
Oh, it's because of Dewey?
I touched my face at some point in this video, and someone needs to call me out for it because I can't do it again. Yeah, no, for anybody out there who doesn't know, I'm obsessed with Dewey, and I'm mighty allergic to him.
But yeah, no, there's just a lot of stories.
If I pet him and I touch my face, that's the end of me.
No, I get that. Sorry, I'm like still stuck on the conversation we were having because I think it's important. I think the key is collaboration. I think in any creative endeavor, there has to be collaboration between people, and it can always go awry if one side and the other side clash. Where, you know, I'm looking at the examples here, like, you know, okay, so Mirror Domains. I remember Rob Zombie talking to the studio's notes on the Halloween movie, where they would just come in with whatever was trending that week. Yeah, obviously there are negative examples where studio heads just follow the trends, and that's what gave us almost a whole decade of horror movies that we don't talk about anymore because they were just trying to be popular. But if you have the collaboration, which is the most important thing in anything that we do, because to sell anything, it has to be collaboration. To sell anything, man.
Well, another thing to keep in mind is it's not even just necessarily like the collaboration and the push and pull between a director and the studio executives. You also have a crew and a company where actors have their own creativity that they bring to it. So does a production. I'm just naming random jobs at this point, but even though the director is the person who is steering the ship and setting the tone, so to speak, you have so many different creative minds, and it's about kind of, you know, it's almost like being the conductor of an orchestra. The conductor can only do so much if like one of their, like, I don't know, like whatever players fucks up, you know?
Well, that was the Rob Savage quote, director of Host, that I liked the most, when he kind of said, the biggest thing I learned about making Host in quarantine was that I had to trust my actors way more than I could usually, because I wasn't in the room with them. I was just watching them from afar. And he's like, the one thing that made Host what it is every single actor and actress had the ability to do what they wanted and improvise what they wanted to do. And that made the movie what it was. He's like, if it was just straight up my script and that's it, that would have been great. But also these other people made it so much better. I think I like to see the collaboration being a more bigger thing.
I like to see that too. But it's like you can also see the other side of that where, you know, I'm sure there are actors out there who deliver their best work when encouraged a certain way by a director. It's like everyone's process is different. You really never know. That's why that's why I feel like a lot of times we post reviews, they go down easier when they're super, super positive or super, super negative. When it's something in the middle, I often see replies that are like, well, like, this doesn't help me. Like, did you like it or did you not like it? Like, you can't boil it. You don't necessarily have to like pinpoint one. Of course, there are like really great and really crappy movies out there, but there are so many reasons in a single movie to praise one element of the production, but not the other. There's so much shit in play.
Two quick thing. Oh, I was going to say, Jaro's comment right below that, it's collaboration towards a single vision. Yes, 100%. That's exactly what it is. A collaboration towards a single vision is the one thing that every project should aim for. And that's exactly what we're trying to say. Number two, well, actually, go with that. Yeah, just go with that. Yep.
Oh, here we go. Should studios give choice between digital and theater?
I think at this point, one of the things I made, or one of the points I made in my article that I wrote about this whole thing is we should be giving people safe options to watch movies. And I'm not saying that a movie has to release right now. If they really don't want to do the digital option, great, hold it. That's fine. Hold it for one theatrical, just okay. But if you're going to release right now, the tone deafness of just releasing in a theater speaks way louder than anything possible. Like if you were just releasing in theaters right now, if you do Train to Busan 2 or something like that, and you're just going theaters, like that sucks. No, it should be necessary to give a safe option to watch something because it still is a risk, as we've said 17,000 times. And to acknowledge this as not a risk is dismissive and ignorant in ways that you cannot calculate.
I hear you. I hear you on that. And I feel that. Like I feel that in my bones, that it feels like a big middle finger to essentially being forced into going out to see something that you're really looking forward to. But also, I am not part of the business side of a studio or the theater chains for that matter. I don't know what kind of pressure they're under to not go completely bankrupt and also to give certain employees the livelihood that they need just to put food on the table.
But again, this is just no. I know I'm not
chicken and egg kind of thing, because then you come back to, well, is your livelihood more important than your life? I can't make that determination for everybody in a blanket statement.
No, and that's the hard part about just what you said. Like, people need to make money, and they do. Like, people do need to make money, but again, that's the government's fault, and it is bullshit that a theater that is public, that is not considered 100% safe, is reopening, and people have to go back there, and people are going to have to deal in customer service with other humans. And like, again, it shouldn't be on the citizens to kind of, the survival that people are going through right now is just, I'm trying to be as diplomatic as possible without saying everything is fucked right now. That's basically what I want to say, but I'm trying to be as nice about that.
Let's get one more super chat before I drop out and bring our guests in. Ian, how you doing, Ian? Ian, by the way, I'm putting you on the spot right now. We've been talking about bringing you back into the beer pong zone, so just be prepared. Might be reaching out soon. Watch Sputnik because of Matt's recommendation, and I loved it. I still need to watch it. I'll tell you this, Matt, though. A certain someone from my Patreon campaign wants their personal video request to be a Demon Wind review, so I think I might be watching Demon Wind sooner rather than later, finally.
Yeah, I mean, you should be, because it's good.
You'll believe it when you
have fun with it.
All right, I'm going downstairs. I'm bringing you 2 guests to play with. Ready?
It's 2? Oh, okay. Go with it.
2 people. Ready? 1, 2. Hi. All right. I'll be right back.
Yeah, for me.
Real quick.
Well, he looks familiar.
Oh my
Somebody
gosh.
Introduce.
Okay, well, for those of you who don't know me, I am the returning, I guess, villain, Lindsay. And this is my buddy here. I'm going to let him introduce himself while I pour myself a beer.
Yeah, just a Clement. No other introductions besides. My name's Clement. I'm also a writer at CG Magazine with Lindsay, who's saved my ass a couple of times for the record. So this was the least I could do.
Thank you for saving our ass. For the people at home, Joe would like to be here. Joe cannot be here for probably a good 2 weeks at this point. So we will be doing some improvised beer pong in the midterm. But once Joe is able to return to us, he will be here, and we will continue our reign as champions.
For the sake of Joe too, I'm just going to say save the thank yous for until the end of the beer pong, because we don't know what's going to happen. So
we don't know what's going to happen. This is going to be. Do you have a beer pong pass? Are you ready for this?
You got to hear the stories from some of my closest friends, but that's as far as I'm gonna go. And I might need a couple more of these. So
I was gonna say, is that because you can't remember them, or?
They come in legends, one night at a time.
All right. I like that. I like that attitude.
Yeah. That was a cryptic response I got as well. I was kind of like, hey, you think you can play? And he was like, oh, you'll have to ask other people about that.
Right off the bat, you'll be really good and amazing. But then, like, depending on what kind of a person you are, then like it could go really bad on both ways. So you know what? I'm not trusting myself here either.
I like it.
Yeah, it's got to be
because
mine.
we actually don't know what we're doing yet. We haven't even picked teams because this is totally just free for all today. So maybe it's me and Lindsay, maybe it's me and you. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what Perri wants to do.
I hope they're lucky.
We're gonna defer to Perri. I'm putting my hair up, like we're getting ready for a fight. Hi, Christy.
Let's get them down.
And Evan. And
I know Evan. Wait. What is Evan gonna do if me and you aren't on the same team, Lindsay?
Honestly, I've been thinking a lot about it, and I really don't know. I don't know
if Evan will be able to handle this.
Oh, good mirror. Yeah, I don't know. I'm stressed for them. That squeaking sound is my dog.
I was going to say, it was not your dog specifically.
Final toot of the horn before the battle goes down, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It's.
What did I miss today? Were you guys chatting about little New Mutants?
I am just fucking bullshit.
Okay.
Just go.
Should
we go to theaters?
When it comes out, which I'm also excited to do. So, you know, I think I was selecting the seats online when I was getting the tickets.
You were doing that?
And that's when you know, you could see how spaced out whatever's available. So I kind of am going by my gut on that, and I think it's not going to be that bad. Yeah.
But you're here, right? Like you're.
You're Canadian.
Yeah. I'm in Toronto. Technically, yeah, just on the West End. So a lot of movie theaters there, surprisingly.
Yeah, it's a lot different, I would say. Like I'm still not ready for theater, but I will say it's like a very different circumstance here. Yeah, like
I mean, I think where you're near the downtown core too, which is like super packed. I remember there only being like 2 movie theaters there, so you can kind of imagine how many people are going to be concentrated on those parts as soon as like Tenet shows up.
Well, does Canada have the same? Well, I was going to say, does Canada have the same regulations? Because we have all those like cinema safe regulations and stuff like that. So is that you guys too?
So we don't have cinema safe, but we have like each province and city has different regulations and bylaws. So for instance, in Toronto, you have to wear a mask everywhere you go. So that includes the theater, things like that. I don't know if they changed it. They were initially not selling concessions, but I don't know if that's still the case.
I don't know if they're selling concessions either. All I know is that they've closed off a lot of the seats at the theater. So basically just snap your fingers and half the seats just disappeared. And that's how they get the whole spacing out thing down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. As long as they're doing it, that's the right way. Like that's
absolutely.
As long as all this stuff is being policed, this is getting us back to it. And I'm all for it. I'm just in America where things are a little fuckier. And
well, also, like, we're down to like, so Toronto spiked up a little bit, but we're down to like Toronto specifically is down to about 100 cases reported a day. And we like actually test everyone. It's not like, so it's pretty low. Like the city I've been staying in for the past few weeks has had 0 cases for a month. So like, it's a lot different. Like I still am not going anywhere while I'm there, but like I'm less terrified in a grocery store because like everyone's got masks on. There's sanitizer everywhere, and there's been 0 cases for a month, so it's a lot different.
It's so like an in-your-face kind of insurance, you know, because everyone's on board on it. At least on our side, up in the north, and
you guys are with you guys. It's not political; it's a human issue, which is good.
That's not meant to be boastful. I just mean that like the idea of going to the theater. I'm sorry, my dog. The idea of going to the theater in Toronto is a lot less like what than going to the theater. In the States is all I meant by that. Like, it's just like, I'm still not going to do it. We actually, in our CG Mag Slack, we're like, does anyone want to see Mutants? And like, all of us were kind of like, is it in Toronto? Maybe, I don't know. Like, we're still not really about it, but I think it's just like a little bit different, not the same dates. I don't really know.
No, I agree with that. Totally.
It varies, right? I mean, like at least in Ontario, like we have a lot of the social distancing down. Like obviously, like you said, a lot of people are wearing masks, right? So I don't think that's stopping anyone else from just taking it off when they start seeing Christopher Nolan. The jaws are dropping at whatever's going to go on there.
That's my issue. My issue is for us, like it's become a self-important issue where it's like my rights are being fucking destroyed because of wearing a mask. And when that person goes into a theater and they're told you don't have to wear a mask when you're eating or drinking, if they're holding a soda, they're going to yell at an usher for saying, I have a drink in my hand. I don't have to wear a mask. And like, that's where I don't want to be anywhere near.
Oh, I've always wanted to meet Usher.
I'm very impressed by the lighting scheme you've got going on.
I was gonna say we got mood lighting.
Something else I'm working on, but we're here for something else.
No, that's the most legit guest setup so far.
Am I wrong, Clement? Haven't you recently started streaming on Twitch?
I haven't yet. I've been doing a few practice runs, right? But other than that, I'm going to do that. So kind of surrendering to my whole gamer side, just got to bring in the stereotypes too, where we have all the colored walls and anything that'll pretty much make your eyes go crazy. And when you watch my stream,
dig it. You match my T-shirt submitted for your approval.
Anything red and blue, pretty much do that.
What's your game of choice if you're streaming?
Probably right now it's Fortnite for some reason. Also,
you're Fortnite? Right.
Because that's what's happening right now. And games like those always just build up hype. But Fall Guys, all right, probably my number one. Scratch those two, okay? Anything that reminds me of Wipeout and watching actual people get pummeled by foam just makes the day for me. So get the experience.
I was gonna say I'm Warzone basically 24/7. So I basically Call of Duty 24/7, and then Fall Guys I need to get into because it looks adorable and fun.
Well, do you need a war buddy too?
Fuck yeah, dude! I will gladly stream with you.
Do it. We're doing it.
So how we
wait, let's do 6. Oh wait, yeah. Sorry, six cup Pong for everyone.
Yep.
6 cup. It's either Matt, we're either going by column or row for partner. What do you want to go?
It's up to you guys.
You're the hosts.
Okay, 6 cups. Looks like we're turning down the levels tonight.
I mean, listen.
I like it. Not complaining.
You got to prove yourself. You got to prove yourself in these games.
I know. That's why I got my lucky flannel on.
I feel like because we have untested talent here, let's go columns, and I'll play with Lindsay.
Okay.
No. Hey.
All right.
All right.
So wait, hold on. Now you're officially forcing Evan to root for either Lindsay or myself. He cannot root for both.
I'm sorry, Evan.
Well, hey, everybody roots for the new guy, so there's a lot of benefits here on top of that.
That's so
true. Hey,
Matt, I think we have to defer to you for the first shot because technically you are the closest to a champion right now.
I signed myself off for this. I spoke way too much.
I was gonna say you've been talking yourself up, so.
So this is.
All right.
I'm not apologizing, even though.
Very far away. What's your Someone tell me the reach. I feel very far.
You look pretty good to me.
Okay.
I think.
But after.
You're good.
I'm just gonna screen out.
I feel like I can
I think
lay my
everyone's good.
whole
Yeah.
body on the table to reach the cups.
Yeah. Yeah. Like regular.
So everyone else is having a step up here.
Yeah.
I am like the length of the table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I fold at the waist, my fingertips can touch the cup.
I love how this is how we're all testing it out. Everybody lay on your table.
What if your arms are longer than mine?
You just want to
Length. We know about reaches. Okay, wait. So hold on. Before we start, just very quickly restating the rules for everyone, so we know. 6 cup Pong, best of 3. Obviously, no bouncing because we are virtual and we cannot hit away bounces. 1 isolation shot per game per person. 1 rack per team per game, and no heating up. None of those extra rules. So it's just going to be basically shoot, hit cups. That's about it.
Okay.
Matt, you've recruited another one of my Patreon members, and it makes me mad, Steven. I don't appreciate that. Look at Evan, too.
Evan out.
Yeah, that's fair. No, good call, Evan. Evan, good call.
Look, he's
We'll
getting
need all the
so
help we can get.
Sorry, Perri.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to sit here because I'm not primed.
Should I get things going? Should we start this?
Let's do it.
All right. I'll take the first shot then. Nope. I always miss the first shot.
Is it my turn? Or is it?
Indeed.
Okay. First shot. I shall smite thee.
You better.
Oh, you know what?
All right.
All right, Lindsay, who's going first, me or you?
You.
All righty, let's do it. Front cup.
Did you?
Wait, also, I feel like my partner's cups are not touching.
There's,
Yep.
You can totally make those touch.
Okay, I could totally take one out because technically I would have made that in.
Unfortunately not, but
Okay.
yeah, no, you're full touch. You're fine.
oh, yes. From one into the back middle.
I will
Now, what is
take
this?
that.
What is this bullshit?
All right.
Ladies' night.
Matt, you
All
brought
right.
it upon yourself.
I think I did.
Oh, that was ugly.
Do I still go also though?
Oh, totally. Yeah. If you both hit, it's a bring back, so you both get to go again.
So keep going.
Ah.
Oh, it's behind the back.
Like every time I get excited, but like there's no chance of ever.
That's the spirit.
Oh, I failed Stan, but no, that doesn't count.
The day will come, and your reaction will be gift worthy.
Yeah.
All right. So I hit the middle row to the right. So you take the middle to the right
Middle
cup.
row to the right, right?
Yep.
This one? Yep. Oh,
Yep. Middle right.
all right. Sweet.
Wait.
Other side.
Other right.
Oh wait. Oh shit. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Your other right. So no.
Right. It goes back to the whole goal.
Wait, no,
So-
your middle row. That it should be the other side.
Yeah. Switch the middle row.
They look identical on your
Yeah.
screen.
So weird. People look right or left, and goes back to the thing because I'm reflected. All right.
Me and Pachulo have played 8 weeks in a row, and we still messed that up.
I'm mad. I'm on T-bone time.
Oh, sorry. I keep winning.
Leave me 8 weeks.
Until tonight.
Here's what the shot.
Do it. You're good. Perri, Linz.
Oh, my turn.
Great.
All right. I got the front one on the right.
All right. Well, I just realized this game's like halfway done. So we've been like,
Yeah, 6 cup goes, man. 6 goes.
And it's 2 of 3.
Ugh.
Oh.
There.
Sorry,
I hit the other middle cup. Other middle.
Of course you did.
we're talking this one. Yep.
No.
Isolation time.
Okay. Yep.
Ooh, everyone's got.
Yeah, I'm doing this without glasses.
I'm going for it on the next one.
Everyone's getting a benefit tonight.
I mean, you can wear the glasses. It's fine.
Oh, I think I'm gonna eyeball it.
Here you go.
All right, do what you need to. Do what you need to. All right, listen. You're hitting the cups. That's all I can ask.
I got
for
it
right
in
now.
my dreams.
You're hitting the cups.
Isolation.
Oh, yes. Get it, girl.
Boom. All right. Let's take out the back two.
Yes, that's my girl.
And
Oh, we are in
do the
trouble.
winning shot.
Here, okay, no chance. Oh, I was like, win.
Yeah.
Huge win.
All right.
It was just over.
All right. I'm gonna have to go for my isolation as well.
Go for the isolation. man.
Throw it up, Matt. I am playing beer pong in the midst of an extreme allergy attack. Not extreme, because some people really bad.
All right. I think I should pop my isolation.
Wait. I still got behind the back.
That's it.
No. Fine. All right.
All right. We need all the help we can get with taking the extra cup out. So I might just
Do it.
deploy my isolation now.
Do
Do
your
it.
ISO.
I think that's the quietest we've ever been as a group. For
It's just waiting. It's just like, is it? Is
All
it?
right. That last one is mine. Oh, it's so online.
All right.
Let's fly under the table.
Lindsay.
Oh my god, it's like left.
Okay.
Ugh.
As long as there's one cup.
Last cup. Woo!
Did not get it. Did not get it in time. Your shot.
Oh, I shot my shot.
Oh, you did it already?
Oh,
Yeah, I did. Oh no! Wait. Well, what if I said I didn't? I'm kidding. I did.
Oh, take a cut. Which what'd you hit?
No.
No, you didn't hit. He's saying he shot already. Yeah?
Boom.
So are we back up?
Do it. You're back up.
All right, Perri. Ew.
Hey, Andrew. Fuck you.
What's on the ball? Gross.
Do you guys think it's more or less advantageous to have like a dry or wet ball?
I like it right in the middle.
I like a wet ball.
A wet ball gives you more of a grip, so
yeah.
trajectory is going to be a lot more solid.
Agreed on that. Agree on the wet balls.
Really?
All right. So I think we're gonna have to take our rack here because they're down to 1. So let's do a diamond.
Ugh, Matt, listen to this shit. Donato not only has the best shaped cups, but he also has the best shaped biceps. Something you can't do a pull-up, Perri, you understand.
There are squares and there are circles.
I'm getting better at push-ups, not pull-ups though. So I can't get you on that one.
Okay, no one can do that.
All right, I hit the front. I hit the very front tip.
All right, you're carrying this whole thing. So this front
That's
one.
what she said.
Get us one. Get us one. Wait.
All right.
Also kiss. You can kiss those. Do the kiss.
That's what she said.
Hey,
Kiss the cups in the middle.
Sorry. It was supposed
Wait. Put your middle cups together. Push them.
Push your cups together.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Well, we played a bunch of times together.
Hey, so what happened?
I'm starting to question your abilities.
I said the results may vary.
What happened to your good teammate?
Oh, that was so ugly.
Lindsay, don't do it. Lindsay, don't do it yet. Lindsay,
It's
don't do it.
They're messing with my head. I think I need to like.
All these mind games.
Don't do it. There we go.
Dang.
Man, that last cup jitters.
I know. What's going on here?
I won't wet my ball this time.
Hit my laptop. No back. Yours. Oh, get it.
It rolled up.
Do behind the back.
Yeah, you can toss it again behind your back if you catch it while it's still on the table.
This way. Okay, are we up? Did you get it?
Yeah, take the behind the back, no?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So, dude, if you catch it before it falls, you get to take a shot like this. So you can take another shot.
You're talking to me. All right.
Yeah. Oh, totally you.
That went in the water bucket that I had. So
I actually heard that. I heard it go into something.
Of course.
All right, Perri.
Keep those jitters going. We don't need you to finish it yet.
I got it.
Damn it. All right.
Okay.
All right, Linz.
Bleh.
Bleh.
Here for the birds. Okay. Oh my god, I'm like getting worse every game.
You're like with the ball right in front of the camera lens.
All right, hit one.
This.
Oh, I'm getting it.
No, fuck. All right.
That was a good shot to the camera.
now, aren't we?
I hit the front. Wait, hold on. I hit the front left.
You
got 2 cups. You got 2 cups left to hit.
Right. Gonna line it up with yours then.
Yeah.
That one? Nope.
Oh wait, that one. Yep.
You're messes with your head.
I know. I always want to look into the mirror, but if you look into the mirror and grab it, it does.
No, you'll just see me trying to pull you in.
Don't pull me into the mirror, Bert. All right. You had the first game. That's fine.
Right.
Perri got a win.
Hey, I've gotten a couple of wins over the last couple of weeks. It's not in like the tournament tradition. Do I need to remind you of that time that I crushed you in 1v1?
I mean, you can. That's fine.
It's nothing personal, guys. My last party was before COVID, so it's been a while.
No excuses. No excuses to play like a champion.
Mine was before I graduated university 10 years ago. So, just checking.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was like 2 weeks before COVID.
What, party 2 weeks before?
Like before. In the before times.
All right.
I got the front cup.
Yes, she did. She opened strong. Starting with
My cup.
hang on, mine aren't, I haven't thrown anything yet. Okay. Did I? Okay.
Did it? Oh, it didn't go off? All right. I'll give it to you.
There's nothing for you to give me. I got it.
What was that? Did you just put it on the table? Did you place it onto the table?
I'm never gonna make that shot.
All right. Do you want to try something different? Would you like to go first and start things off?
Sure. Might as well break the ice somehow.
Break the ice. Let's get some different mojo going. All right. That was the mojo we needed. Also wasn't what we needed.
All right.
Perri,
Front one, right side.
here she goes.
Got it. Right one.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yep. You're good. You're good.
Oh, my cups are poorly racked.
Oh, it's so good though.
You still got it. Well, there you go. This is what you need.
Ugh.
I mean, like, you're online.
I was sure that was going in.
If the cups were a bit closer, you would totally get that.
Front cup. Take the front away.
Front cup.
Hey.
Let's do it. I feel your first cup right now. Let's bring it back.
Here he is.
No, I'm not here yet.
Wait, did I hear correct that you're in university right now?
No, I just graduated, so I'm out.
Still no excuses. Still no excuses.
Right?
You should still be freshen up, or beer pong should be in your blood.
All right, keep some of my dignity.
Listen, Americans don't drink for fun. Everything's a competition.
I got that one.
Neither do we.
Yeah. I just. Ew, I hate this a lot. Okay. Oh,
We're gonna re-rack. It's fine.
yeah, I'm sorry, Perri. I'm garbage today.
This is all
No.
my fault. What's happening here?
No, but I'm garbage. So like,
No, you're not.
there he is, everyone.
There it is.
Got one? We got one? Hell yeah.
75% of the Smirnoff just to get that one in.
Listen.
Everyone.
It's all about finding your comfort zone. It's about finding that comfort zone.
Matt, did you go first?
I did. I missed my first shot.
Okay.
But
Oh,
we still
okay.
took a cup away. We still got a cup.
Row. I hate
All right. We got a beautiful straight line happening right
Straight
now.
line is not my fave, but I'm doing it for you. I'm your teammate tonight.
Oh shit! That was such poor team etiquette. I didn't even ask. I just reacted.
Fine, because you're strong tonight, and I want it to be what you want. It's what's up. No excuses. No excuses.
I appreciate that approach because I'm feeling mighty confident about that first cup. I'm gonna get the first one, not the middle one, just the first one.
You're gonna hit the middle one though. That's the one you're gonna.
Doesn't matter. Then we both have ISOs.
Oh, will I, Matt? I hit the first one.
Oh boy.
Oh my god! I'm like a choke artist. Nothing.
Going for one of these.
Eric, where this isn't on purpose.
You either got the direction or you got the distance. We gotta merge them together.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me tonight.
We've all had those.
Do it. I got nothing.
Too many.
Keep the
Got nothing in the tank. I missed my first shot. I already missed.
Oh shit! You keep going. So
Yes.
all right, that front one, I got it. I got it.
Yes, she did.
You
did.
I wish I could replicate this every night.
Here she is. Here she is.
I think it's Pachulo. I think it's Pachulo who she's afraid of.
Now it's the energy. It's the bird's energy.
Whenever Petula's here, she's intimidated.
Oh.
Right. Well, we got to do another diamond. We have no choice.
You're gonna tell him next time he comes on that I'm intimidated by him, and it's gonna
100%.
be more intimidated, even though I'm not really intimidated.
Oh man.
From one of those
When-
days. All right.
You guys think
Well,
the diamond is gonna stick
A
in
lot of places.
No, mine is up tonight too, which is exciting.
What is?
Like 3 off nights in Perri.
Wait, what? I learned a little bit.
Donato is off tonight too, so it's like 3 off nights in Perri.
I don't know what's working here, but something is.
Perri versus everybody.
It's Perri just taking down everything.
Yeah,
Wrap up.
here she is.
Oh, that was so ugly. Give it to me.
My God, if you hit that too, Jesus.
If I hit this, it will be an
Okay.
absolute miracle.
If you hit this,
Someone make a gif of it immediately.
I'll
I'm on
give
the
it
case.
later.
Don't encourage her.
So, yeah.
Oh my God, that's the closest I've ever seen anything to that.
Oh, if you hit that. If you hit that, come on.
What is that?
I need to like Billy Madison. Like I don't know what's up here. Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. This.
I was like, yeah, you could Billy Madison it. I think that's the wrong character, but
wrong approach. Just
There's some sort, like Billy Madison throws pickles at the window very well.
true. Yeah.
I want to play that.
I'm like going to the right. Like I don't even know what's happening in my body.
I have no clue where that ping pong ball went.
Oh my God. I am so infuriated right now.
I get it.
Mhm. Me too. I'm sad on the inside, but mad on the outside.
It's like I hit the cups. I don't understand it. Go ahead, Perri, finish it. 'Cause
Oh,
you're going to.
okay.
We both went. Oh shit.
Wet in the
Perri's
ball.
gonna end it right here. She's gonna finish this.
I did.
As I said, I already knew that.
I have to. Do I have to? Because you have to answer, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you go. If you hit it, game's
I don't go
over.
wet ball. I never go wet ball. I'm gonna go wet ball for you guys. Feels weird. I don't like it. I'm not into it.
It's the heavier ball gives you more control.
You don't
It's
want
just
to
the way
grip
it
the ball though.
is. Yeah, don't grip the ball too hard.
I said drippy.
Oh, I said grip.
Your ball gives you more.
Making weird wet ball innuendos.
Spit on it.
Oh,
Oh,
she got it! And that's the game. Yeah. That was the win. Nice.
I mean, sure. Yeah.
you
that's
saved
about
it
it,
for the
Brenda.
moment that counted.
I am nothing without my Pachulo, apparently.
First of all, ouch, what the
My
fuck?
lucky flannel isn't lucky anymore, so I have to burn this now.
Yeah, you had to burn that. You absolutely
In
had to burn
Canadian firewood. Too.
Yeah. With maple scented firewood.
Mhm.
Hey,
that. The one cup you hit, Lindsay. The one goddamn cup you hit.
First of all, I hit more than 1 cup.
you
What?
hit quite a few cups because we also brought it back at opportune times.
Yeah, it wasn't my best showing.
Oh,
It was better
now
than yours,
it's
so.
talking starting. All right.
I'm
Not
texting
even-
Pachulo right now. I'm texting Pachulo.
So Matt, what's the plan for next week? Can we tease anything for anyone?
It's up to you. It's what I have in the works would be very cool.
Don't know the plan, so it's actually up to you.
Cryptic.
If everything goes well, me and Perri will play a team that hopes to spring into action to bring resolution to this endless game of Pong.
Someone who will avenge us.
That was such a cryptic tease, it even confused me.
Bring into action.
Spring into action to bring resolution to this Pong game that has been endless.
Spring.
I feel like I'm solving a fucking riddle right now.
I know. What are you? Is this a Batman trailer bit?
You fucking kidding me? Fucking
He's gonna
jabrones? All right,
start
cool.
sending us out on
Well, I guess you're just gonna tune in next week to see what random
Yeah,
partners we have
really.
for me and Perri.
Thanks for that great tee up, Matt.
Honestly, I don't know how to tee it up any better.
Do you two want to drop any social media handles or outlets before we all say goodbye for the night?
Yeah, so I guess I'll go since I'm the odd one out here. I'm the Insta word, so obviously I can come up with words in a millisecond. So if you follow the Insta word, then you can tune into whatever I'm up to, either a story on CG Magazine or a collab with Lindsay or a Twitch stream. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So yeah, and follow the Insta word, and yeah, that's my shameless plug-in.
Yeah, let's play Warzone.
Dig it. Yeah, I'm at Smash Travis, SMASHTRAVES. Clement and I both. Oh my god, I keep saying your name Clement because I know a guy Clement, and I know that that's not how you pronounce it, so I'll stop doing that. Anyway.
That's Clement to you.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not your name at all. Clement and I both write for CG Magazine, so you can find us a lot there. Follow me on Twitter. It'll be the best place to see where my words are.
Matt, anything you want to plug?
Yeah, I wrote about why you shouldn't go to a fucking movie theater. Go read that shit.
Yeah, all right. I'll just plug the video I just posted on Instagram. If you need a laugh, I will 100% guarantee you it will make you laugh. Yeah. Oh my God. when I click the end broadcast, you need to watch it so I get to your reaction. Deal?
Well, I can't be the first thing I want to do.
Okay. Have a good Friday night. Stay safe out there.